Hi, my wonderful kindergarten mathematicians. It is Mrs. Foster here, also known as the Math Queen. I hope you had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend and now you are back in it to win it. It is going to be a beautiful week weather-wise. So let's just get in it to win it. Let's go over expectations. Point to that brain and say, we think. Frame that face and say, we act. And then make that talking sign and say, we talk like a mathematician. And let's go over that definition of what a mathematician is. A mathematician is a person who studies numbers and shapes. And before we get started with warming up our brain, I encourage you to look at the math video this week that's on the Connect 5. It's wonderful. It's all about those teen numbers, putting them together and breaking them apart. And also see if you can make it to Dreambox this week. That great 10 minutes a day on Dreambox, 5 days a week, you've got your minutes in. Okay. Let's go ahead and warm up our brain with counting. As you know, kindergartners should be able to count forward by any given number within 100. So today I even wrote it down. We're going to start at 67 and we're going to count up to 87. So let's review those multiples of 10 though. When we get to 69, what number always comes after 69? You're right, it is 70. And then we count all the way up to 79. What number comes after 79? Yeah, it is 80. A lot of time kindergartners will get all the way to 79 and then they'll say 30. Not my kindergartners, though. You guys totally know how to do your counting. So let's go ahead. You have 67 locked in. Here we go. 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87. Nicely done. Now, Mrs. Foster is going to flash you some 10 frames with some dots on it. I'm going to ask you how many dots, how many in the top row, and how many in the bottom row. Just some different questioning than what we normally do. So are you ready for your big flash? How many dots? How many in the top row? How many in the bottom row? Okay, so let's check. So there were 9 dots. There were 5 dots in the top row and 4 dots in the bottom row. Okay, here comes our next one, my mathematicians. How many dots all together? How many in the top row? How many in the bottom row? All right, let's check. Oh, how many all together? Yeah, 10. How many in the top row? 5. How many in the bottom row? 5. You guys know that 5 plus 5 equals 10. Here comes our next one. How many dots all together? How many in that top row? How many in the bottom row? All right, let's take a look. How many dots all together? 7. Yep, you're right. How many in that top row? 5. Duh, Mrs. Foster. How many in the bottom row? 2. Lovely job. You guys are in it to win it. Here's your next flash. How many dots were there all together? How many in the top row? And how many in the bottom row? Okay, let's check. So how many all together? Oh, 6. Boy, anchoring off of 5 is really easy. How many dots in that top row? 5. How many dots in the bottom row? 1. Okay, here comes our next one. How many dots all together? How many in that top row? How many in the bottom row? All right, let's check. So how many dots all together? You're right, it is 8. How many in the top row? Yep, 5. How many in the bottom row? 3. All right, last one. How many dots all together? How many dots in the top row? How many dots in that bottom row? All right, let's check. So how many dots? 5. How many were in the top row? 5. How many were in the bottom row? 0. Beautiful job, my kindergarten friends. So the next thing we're going to do is we haven't gotten out my 5 dice for a while. So we're going to do this activity where I'm going to roll them down. Some of the dice have numbers on them. Some of the dice have squares on them. Some of the dice have 10 frames, and some of the dice have tally marks. So I'm going to move this down here. I'm going to shake this up and see where it all lands. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to show you. You're going to tell me how many you see, how many more to make 5. How many squares? Did you say 4? How many more to make 5? 1. You're right. 4 and 1 make 5. Okay, I'm going to pick up. Oh, here's a tally mark. How many tally marks do you see? Oh, 1. How many more to make 5? 4. Oh, and look at this. Another way to show that. How many squares do you see? Do you see 1? How many more to make 5? 4. 1 and 4 make 5. Remember, you have your 5 fingers to use if you get stuck. So if you see 1, you've got 4 fingers down. Oh, now here comes that special tally mark where it has 5 on it. It has 4 lines, and I always call that the karate chop is on the 5th one. So if you see 5 tallies, how many more to make 5? Yeah, you're right. 0. Mrs. Foster, this is too easy. How many dots do you see? 3. How many more to make 5? Yeah, you just need those 2 more in that top row. Here's another 10 frame. How many dots do you see? This time, yeah, 2. How many more to make 5? Well, obviously it's 3 because there's 3 empty on the top row. Here comes a number. What number is this? 5. How many more to make 5? Mrs. Foster, that's easy peasy lemon squeezy. That would be 0. And our last one, what number is this? Oh, yeah, it is 2. How many more to make 5? Yeah, 3. 2 and 3 make 5. Give yourselves a pat, pat, pat on the back. Now I'm going to raise my frame up here, and I want to show you the game that we're going to play. This is where you'll want to get a piece of paper and a pencil, and you'll probably want to pause the video so that you can write down the different equations that we're working on. And today, we're working with subtraction. I will also try to get a copy of this to your teachers so that they can put it on your Clever page. So we're doing subtraction, take away, minus. Okay, so now that you've got that, I'm going to lower it back down again. And remember, you don't have to make yours look like mine. You could just be writing the problems down and then writing the answers in there. There's lots of different ways that you can figure this out. Okay, so what you'll want to do though, got my counters here. I'll let you guys be purple today. Where would you like to start on the game board? Do you want to start at the crayons? Okay, we can start there. And then I'll get my handy dandy dice out and we'll see how many spaces you get to move. You get to move 1 whole space. Okay, so the problem that you're on is 4 minus 0. If you have 4 and you don't take any away, how many's left? Oh, that's easy. 4. Nice job, kindergartners. I'm going to get you right there. How about Mrs. Foster? I am awfully fond of blue. I'm going to start over here on the scissors. Okay, Mrs. Foster, rolly roll. I have a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my problem is 3 minus 0. What's 3 minus 0? It's 3. If I wasn't sure, I've got 3 fingers. I don't have to put any down. 3 minus 0 is 3. So I get to cover up a 3 backpack. So subtraction is just finding the difference between the two numbers. Oh my goodness, you rolled a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whew, you almost landed on the ruler and we're going to have to take a little nap. Now your problem is 5 minus 3. So if you need to put 5 fingers up and then put 3 of those fingers down, how many fingers are left up? Yeah, there would be 2. Another way to look at this, though, is if you know what goes with 3 to make 5, it's 2. 5 minus 3 equals 2. Okay, covering up here. All right, Mrs. Foster's turn here. Ooh, big roller this time for Mrs. Foster. I have a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, boys and girls, this is so funny. I have 5 minus 5. Oh my goodness. 5, and I have to put all of my fingers down. What's 5 minus 5? Yeah, you got it, my love bugs. It is 0. Okay, why don't we each take one more turn just to get the hang of this game? You are at a 1. Oh, you're going to love your equation. What is 3 minus 3? Well, if you have 3 and you put them all down, how many are left? Yeah, 0. If you have 3 cookies and you eat 3 cookies, how many do you have left? 0. Okay, Mrs. Foster will take the last turn since you guys started first. Ooh, Mrs. Foster's on a roll. She has a 5 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I have 5 minus 3. Well, I know what goes with 3 to make 5 is 2. So if I have 5 and I minus 3, I'm going to have 2. You guys had that problem also. So that's how you play this game called School Fun. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I have it in one of my files that I can send it to your teachers. Kindergartners, I miss coming into your classroom every single day. Hopefully I'll be able to get to some of your Zoom class meetings this week. So let's go ahead and put it in there. I've got my hand. Hope I've got a whole bunch of kindergarten friends on top. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Math is cool and tigers rule. Break. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.